I want to point to a chart. I'm looking at your latest essay, The Throne Speech, Justin Trudeau's brilliant plan to fix surging inflation by spending a bunch of money. Of course, that's like putting out a fire by spraying it with kerosene. But you've got a chart on there. The source of the data is Bloomberg. It's from Crescat Capital LLC, and it shows it's entitled Central Bank Assets Growth. Balance sheet assets to nominal GDP. And I don't want to get too technical, but the reason this chart is interesting to me is it shows what other banks around the world are doing, what the U.S. Federal Reserve is doing, what Japan is doing, what the Europeans are doing. So it's, are we, if we're going mad, well, is the whole world going mad too? Are we at least with the herd? I mean, a lot of countries did some pretty dramatic things to get through the year of the pandemic, but we're pretty much through that now. And this graph shows that Canada is triple, quadruple, quintuple as insane, out of control printing money as basically anybody else. Like when I started off by talking about Weimar Germany or Argentina, those are the worst cases in the world for inflation. This chart is bloody terrifying. It looks like something an Argentina would do.
Yeah, I mean, the U.S. is probably catching up under the Biden administration, right? I mean, I think it was Kamala Harris said, the $1.2 trillion infrastructure program cost taxpayers a penny cent, right? Obviously, people are going to pay for it one way or another. But yeah, I mean, the printing of money in Canada is excessive. And in addition, you look at the pandemic support programs; those are supposed to be emergency programs. Right? The Liberals have extended some of them again. They're active programs. So every time there's a problem in the country, they seem to just think, okay, we'll just borrow money and throw money at the problem. And if you keep doing that, obviously you devalue your currency. You have more money chasing fewer goods, so obviously the price of goods is going to go up. And I think that's something people really need to understand about inflation. People feel like, if businesses are raising prices on. That's not really what's happening. It's that your money is being robbed of value. Your time and your effort is being robbed of value. Your purchasing power is taken away from you. And then when you go to buy something, it looks like the price has gone up because your money's not worth as much. So I think people really need to understand that. Governments obviously want people to blame, the evil capitalists, the big businesses are punishing everybody with price increases, but really it's the government that's causing the problem.
That's an excerpt from my daily show, the Ezra Levant Show. Every day I do a monologue on the news of the day, then I interview an interesting guest, and then I read my hate mail. You gotta subscribe. Go to rebelnews.com.